Gas prices making headlines once again for drivers here in Illinois. According to AAA, the average price for a gallon of gas is $3.26 today. Joining us now is Patrick Haan from GasBuddy to break down what is driving the change and what it means for your wallet at the pump. Thanks so much for joining us, Patrick.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so it seemed like prices were lower just like 48 hours ago, and then today they seem higher. So what happened in just that short period of time?
Yeah, a lot of this stems from last week's fire at the BP refinery in Northwest Indiana. As you mentioned, gas prices surged earlier this week. It's still playing out across much of Chicagoland. The average price now up 19 cents from just a week ago. Oil prices also moving a little bit higher, so suddenly a bit of a turnaround here. Now, BP also suffering from an unexpected power surge overnight, evacuating that refinery again. I don't expect that will further impact prices, but that's why we're seeing sticker shock here in many areas of the Great Lakes. It's not just Illinois or Chicagoland. It's all across Wisconsin, Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio as well.
For the first time ever, I am hearing a rumor that Indiana gas prices are higher than around the city of Chicago. Is that the case?
Yeah, we've seen a couple pockets where that's happened, where prices have gone up faster in Indiana than some places across the border in Illinois. As you mentioned, that's creating the ultra rarity of seeing higher prices in Indiana, with those stations raising prices quicker with some laggards on the Illinois side. Certainly very rare to see the lower prices in Illinois, but those stations that are lower price in Illinois probably will have to go up in price to match what happened in Indiana. So that's probably a window of opportunity that will be closing pretty rapidly.
Okay, so we've got this back and forth going with Russia. President Trump thought he could broker some type of peace deal with Russia and Ukraine. That's not happening. So in the interim, it seems like Ukraine is striking some of these Russian oil processing plants. Is that going to have a ripple effect here in the U.S.? We know, of course, it's going to impact people who purchase Russian oil, but for us, does that mean anything?
It's certainly something to keep an eye on. As you mentioned, many drone attacks on Russian refineries, just like we have refinery issues here and it can impact prices. Russia is likely seeing long fuel lines at more and more stations as Ukraine has made those attacks on those refineries. Now, the new development here, as you mentioned, President Trump now upping the ante here, mentioning sanctions on Russia's own oil companies. And in response, China and India both said that they may have to find new sources of crude oil. That is why oil prices are up now nearly 8% compared to last week. Is the possible implications of those sanctions mean that there's going to be less Russian oil on the global market, thus lower supply, and that is why oil prices have suddenly jumped.
Okay, so Patrick, before we let you go, is there anything else on the horizon, like in the near term, that might cause gas prices to jump that we need to be aware of?
Well, we continue to watch the BP Whiting refinery, the largest in the Midwest. Again, overnight, a little bit of an electrical issue. We'll keep watching that facility. For now, I don't think we'll see a whole lot of further increases. Some of those stations, as you mentioned, on the Illinois side haven't gone up. So some stations may see a little bit more of a jump, but I think by next week, we'll start to see prices cooling back off again.
Best news of the day, Patrick Haan with GasBuddy. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Have a good weekend.